Welcome back to Trash Panda Off-Road. And just like the title says, the 2.3 is broken. When I first got this 94 Geo Tracker, it had the 1.8 liter 16 valve, this little guy. I'm sorry, it had an 8 valve in it when I first got it. It was not this exact motor, but it was just like this one, the 8 valve. And it wasn't very fast and didn't have a lot of horsepower and didn't really do what I needed to do. Once I got the tent on there and the stuff we needed, the supplies and the dogs and all that, so I swapped it out for a 2.0. Got all the stuff from Trail Tough, all the things that we needed to do, and made that swap happen. I also just found out that the motor that I got rid of that pulled out of here, actually the keyway was bad on it. So that's why it had no power. But anyways, so we went ahead and did the 2.0 swap. And for that, we used that motor right there. And we put the 2.0 in, and it ran for a little while, and we did really good with it. And then we got invited to Overland Adventure by 4-Wheeler Magazine. And we went down to Overland Adventure, and right after the photo shoot and the magazine shoot, that 2.0 threw the timing chain. So I fixed it by just putting in a new timing chain. Disregard my shop, I know it's a mess, I've been really busy. And we put the new timing chain in it and drove it around for a while, and it had a knock at the bottom end. So I went out and got that 2.0. And I took that 2.0 and I put it in and drove it around for a little while. And we got stranded out in the woods because we ended up blowing a radiator hose and overheating that engine. So then I went out to the junkyard and I bought that 2.3. Now when I bought that 2.3, it came with a 30-day warranty. But I wasn't terribly concerned because there was no water in the oil and there wasn't really anything wrong with it as far as I could tell. So it took me a little while to get it installed, because when the weather turned nice during October, the wife and I finished up this project here. Let me tell you, don't ever do these Keystone pavers. It's a pain in the butt. Starting to get some stuff to grow in between them already, unfortunately. But trying to level these at 6 inches at a time, not great. So I suggest not doing that. When I finally did get to getting the motor installed in there, we drove it down to the parts store to get it scanned. I think we did that twice. And then we parked it right there in front of the gate for about a week and a half, because we were moving on to other stuff. Then when I went to go start it again, it wouldn't start. Wouldn't start. Spent 2 afternoons trying to get it to start before I decided, hey, what the heck? Maybe I should pull the dipstick, because it could possibly be that, because that's what it was on the last motor that didn't start. So that's what I did, was went ahead and pulled the dipstick, and at the very bottom of that dipstick was a brown, chocolatey, milky substance. So I got under there and I cracked open the drain plug in the bottom of the oil pan. Didn't actually open it all the way out, just cracked it open, and water went ahead and trickled out of that and filled my hand. And then as I let it continue to flow out, more brown chocolatey milk came out. So the head gasket on the 2.3 is also bad. And because I took my time getting it put in, I was 16 days past my warranty on getting that thing replaced. So now I have another motor with a blown head gasket. My theory, though, is that the motor sat, and by me firing it back up again, perhaps damaged the head gasket because it had dried out or something like that. That's what I'm going with. It is possible, and that's what we're shooting for, because the oil in it when I drained it was in good shape. So I'm thinking it got messed up upon lighting, and thus the heads are not warped. So the new plan is going to be take insurance off this rig. We're going to drain the oil, pull the plugs, shoot a little PB blaster or WD-40 or something down the plug holes, and it's going to have to wait. And we'll try to get around to it when we can, because I've got a lot of things coming up that I've got to take care of before I can deal with this. I don't know if you guys follow Instagram or not, but the company I've worked for 26 years and been a supervisor for the last 8 plans on closing before the end of the year. So that whole job thing's going to need to be a priority before I get to tearing that motor down. Just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know where we're at and what's going on with that swap and what we're going to do next. I understand sometimes things happen on my own accord. I don't do things the way that is suggested or the book says it does, and a lot of stuff I do is just good enough for me. And I face the consequences of that. The Rubicon Trail, I take blame for all that damage. I take blame for the timing chain on the first motor. Anyways, things happen. That's the way it goes. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I appreciate everyone's support and ideas. I think, oh, actually, I know for a fact, Zuki World's Fall Classic is in 5 days. And it turns out we're going to have to take the little X90 because I don't want to miss that adventure. That's a great trip down in Central Oregon, Fort Rock area, a bunch of other Suzuki guys. So I'll probably make a video of all the stuff that I have to do to get this thing ready. I'm going to take the skid plates off of the Overland build and put them under here. Then I either got to put a carrier or a spare tire rack under there. That kind of stuff's got to be done in order to make room to carry 2 days worth of stuff for 2 people. And because we're taking this rig, we won't be able to take any of the dogs this trip, but it'll be a good time still. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Now you got a quick rundown of where things have been for the last, what I say, 2 years I've been working on that rig. Probably just going to park it, tear it down, do it right. Get a TRE locker for that rear end instead of that Lockrite that's in there. I have Toyota axles for this rig. I don't know when I'm going to have time to get that done either. That's my retirement project. Alright, thanks a lot, guys.